When you drop in on Verdansk, Warzone will be completely different and very familiar at the same time. Here's every change that's coming to Season 3 of Warzone with the return of Verdansk. Verdansk returns after years of the community asking for it to come back, and it'll be better than ever. Rebuilt from the ground up with better visual quality and graphics, but it's going to be the same map and the same fan favorite POIs. The lighting on the map has been completely reworked so that you can see better when you're inside and you can see those dark corners with the rose skins hiding. And also when you go outside, you won't be blinded by the skybox. And with the return of Verdansk comes the OG Gulag showers with the capture the flag mechanic that everybody loved. And with Season 3, Urzikstan and Area 99 officially get vaulted. And I don't think anyone's going to miss either map because Urzikstan was just really boring and Area 99 just never caught on with the community. Rebirth Resurgence and Verdansk Plunder are both going to be in the playlist, and we're getting a brand new mode called Battle Royale Casual, which is going to feature 28 real players and 120 bots. This should be the perfect entry point for new players and returning players to get acclimated with Warzone again. But most importantly is the return of Battle Royale, and it's going back to its roots. For too long, Battle Royale has felt like big map resurgence with too many ways to come back after you die. Now there's going to be a heavier emphasis on playing your life, having better strategy, better rotations, better positioning, and not just running around mindlessly engaging any enemy you see. Redeploy flares and Gulag tokens will be completely removed, and your only way back is going to be to win your Gulag 1v1 or be bought back by your teammates or hope for a jailbreak event. Verdansk is going to have 150 players, which we already saw with Urzikstan, but that was kind of in preparation for this happening in Verdansk. It's going to be full lobbies and action-packed games. Shooting while you're flying in is returning, so you'll be able to pistol people out of the sky as you're diving in. Floating loot is returning, and also the UI when you're hovering over things is going to be much better so you can see what you're picking up. The base amount of plates you can hold is going to be 5, with the OG armor satchels coming back, allowing you to hold 8. Kill streaks are returning to the OG streaks, where clusters will be 3 deadly missiles and precision airstrikes will no longer show the path, so you might actually be able to get knocks and have some funny moments again. Lootable perks are being removed, creating importance on how you build your loadouts, and those perks are going to be important. Orange loot crates will be more rare, but when you find them, they're going to have really, really good loot. And just overall, Battle Royale is returning to its roots, and it's going to be so much fun again. We're getting 4 returning OG weapons from the Verdansk days, including the HDR, which will have infinite one-shot downrange, the Kilo, which will be really accurate and have really good handling and will be available on the second if you log into Call of Duty and you can start leveling it, the AMAX, which will have a decent amount of recoil but will pack a really strong punch, and the Cali sticks are coming back, but they're going to be a dedicated melee weapon, and they'll be 4-shot, meaning 2 full swings with them. We're also getting an aftermarket part for the SWAT 556, which is going to turn it into the classic Growl 556 that everybody loved. And we're also getting the return of the monolithic suppressor as an attachment for all of your weapons. Camos are being reworked to apply to base weapons better, and blueprints are being reworked so that if you change attachments, it should still look like the blueprint. Movement is getting a tweak to feel more responsive and just feel better overall. It's still going to be omni movement, but it's just going to be changed slightly. Crouch walking speed and prone crawling speeds are going to be nerfed a bit, while the speed at which you can stand up from a crouch is going to be increased so you can play off of headies better. Sprint movement speed is going to be slightly reduced. We'll see how that ends up feeling. Sideways sprint and backward sprint is going to be reduced to help balance the strafing mechanic, which is currently really broken in close range fights. Sliding friction is going to be increased so that your slides are going to be a little snappier and a little bit more responsive so you don't overslide as much. And bunny hopping finally returns with a 40% reduction to jumping cooldown speed. Vehicles in the game are being completely reworked so that they handle better and accelerate better. The OG helicopter returns for better flying, and you'll be able to chop people out the sky like you used to. The cargo truck won't quite be the old Bertha, but it's going to drive much, much better. The LTV, the Polaris Razor, and the 4x4 ATV will all be in the game, but they're being reworked so they handle better and just feel better overall. And C4s and traps like bouncing Betties will one-shot vehicles except for the cargo truck, which will take 2 hits. Warzone is going to shut down at noon Eastern on the 2nd and come back online at noon Eastern on the 3rd. And there's going to be a free trial of Black Ops 6 during that 24 hours so you can level the brand new Kilo and level your SWAT for when that Growl attachment comes out. When Verdansk drops, there's going to be a return to Verdansk event allowing you to explore the map and open safes and different POIs for unlockable rewards. And last, some very important quality of life updates. Buy stations will have a vertical list of items and you won't have to click into pages anymore. Loadouts will cost $6,000 in solos and $10,000 in all other squad sizes. There's going to be a new squad redeployment redeploy feature, which will allow you to buy all your teammates back in one button click if you have the money for them. When you die, the death recap feature is going to have more information so you know exactly how you died. There's going to be a new HUD icon that shows when your team has enough money combined for a loadout. Circle pacing will be back to what it felt like in OG Verdansk Battle Royale. It's not really felt right ever since, and they're going back to the basics with it. When you're reviving a teammate, you'll be able to look around full 360 degrees so you can see if someone's coming. There's going to be high value loot zones, which is going to be hospital, military base, and superstore. I'm assuming as seasons go on, they'll rotate which POIs have the high value loot. Duffel bags, medicine cabinets, and weapon lockers are all going away, making looting much simpler. And the death tax has been reworked. Previously, when you died, you dropped 50% of your money, and then 30% of it just disappeared. You came back with 20%. Now 50% will go to the ground, and you'll come back with the full 50% that's left. And we're getting a ton of bug fixes and graphics updates that should make Verdansk really enjoyable. Let me know down in the comments what your day one drop spot will be so I can land on you for the 1v1. And make sure to sub, because we're going to have all of the best loadouts and tons of other content on Verdansk right here on this channel.